What's going on, guys, and welcome to another Doctor Who video. Today I'm going to be ranking the series openers. So every series, so far there has been 10 series of New Who. Every series has obviously had an opening episode or a two-part episode for a couple of them. And I'm going to be ranking every series opener from my least favourite to my favourite. So this is basically a top 10, but I'm going to call it a ranking because, well, there's only 10 anyway, so what's the point of having it called top 10? Anyway, let's get straight into it. Number 10. The Magicians Apprentice and the Witch's Familiar. So this is the series opener for Series 9 of Doctor Who with Peter Capaldi. And it's a two-part opener, which I don't think are the best things anyway. I don't think a two-part opener is really necessary, you know, it just, I don't know, I feel like single-part openers just work better. And also having the Daleks as a series opener, I personally don't think is really what you want to do. I think the Daleks are better as kind of a mid-series enemy, or more oftenly used as a finale enemy, and I think that they work a lot better in that. So as a series opener, I don't think the Daleks are the best. Personally, I think the Magician's Apprentice and the Witch's Familiar is a pretty decent two-parter. I mean, all the episodes in this list, to be honest, I think are all pretty decent episodes. I just think that this two-parter does come right at the bottom. Number 9. Asylum of the Daleks. Yes, this is the Series 7 opener, which is the opener for Matt Smith's final series of Doctor Who. And once again, I think this is a pretty decent episode. Asylum of the Daleks actually got 10th place in my top 10 Matt Smith or 11th Doctor episodes. And you know, I think it's actually a pretty decent one. It's one of my favorite ones of Series 7, definitely. However, once again, having the Daleks as the series opening villain, I don't think it works quite as well. You know, altogether as well, I don't think this story was quite polished out. You know, the Daleks weren't used that much, to be completely honest, I don't think. However, it was all a pretty good episode. It was nice seeing the old Daleks back in there again. But yeah, I personally don't think that the Daleks are really the best for opening a series. Number 8. The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon. Yes, this is the Series 6 series opener, and I personally think this is an alright opener. You know, getting in at 8th place, I mean, it's down the bottom, but yeah, I think it's not too bad. Series 6, in my opinion, is probably my least favourite series of New Doctor Who, I will say. I think I dislike Series 6 more than Series 7 a little bit. I don't know, it's quite close, but yeah, I think this two-parter actually did a pretty good job of setting up the Doctor dying story arc. It really trailed off after this, and the finale just really let it down, but I think it started off very well. You know, having the silence there, having them, you know, figuring out what the silence are, who they are, it's really good, and I think it was all set up very, very well. It's just a disappointment that later on in the series it did kind of go a bit downhill. Number 7. The Pilot. Right, so this is the newest series opener for Series 10, and you know, it gets into 7th place. However, this might change a little bit. I've actually only watched this once. I've only watched through Series 10 once, so I can't really say too much about it. Personally, I thought the pilot was alright. It did a very good job of introducing Bill. It also did a good job of introducing the Doctor again, because they were going for kind of a thing where, you know, they wanted new people to be able to jump in at Series 10, so they were doing a lot of that stuff. It was a little bit annoying for some of the hardcore, you know, fans that have been watching for a while, because you were hearing things you've heard before and it all felt very repetitive. However, I think Bill was pretty decent in this. The water flood monster thing, whatever it was, that was pretty cool. However, it wasn't the strongest of plot-wise, this episode, but it wasn't terrible. Number 6. New Earth. Now this is an episode that, when I've seen other people's lists, they put this one pretty far down, a lot of the time actually in last place. And I personally don't think it's that terrible. I mean, you know, it's not great. It is David Tennant's kind of second episode really, but his first episode for his first series. And I think it's okay. The whole thing with, you know, Cassandra body swapping can be a little bit annoying at times. You know, it makes the Doctor seem a bit weird, but I mean, that's what it's going for. The kind of disease thing I think is well done. The cats are interesting, I suppose. They're alright. You know, we have the face of Bowen there as well, which is always a good thing. I don't think New Earth's that terrible. It is my least favourite of the 10th Doctor's series openers. However, it's definitely not a bad episode. I don't know why people really hate on it so much. Number 5. Partners in Crime. So this is the Series 4 opener with the Doctor and Donna Noble. And I think it's okay. I mean, the chemistry between the Doctor and Donna it's just amazing straight away. This is the kind of rare occasion that we're getting a new companion to the TARDIS. However, it's a companion that we have seen before. We saw her in The Runaway Bride after Rose left the TARDIS. So we saw her then. To see her again now is really cool in this story. I love the parts where they are missing each other, and when they finally see each other in the window, that's just a really funny thing. I absolutely love that. The only thing that I think lets us down is that the story's not particularly interesting. It's a little bit it's not really quite all there. The outposts are alright, but it's not the most in-depth story. But I think because of the connection between the Donna and the Doctor, it's a really interesting episode to watch. Number 4, Deep Breath. Yes, this is the Series 8 opener and Peter Capaldi's first full-on episode and the start of his first series. I thought Deep Breath was actually pretty cool. On first watch, I wasn't so sure, but on second and third rewatch, I was like, you know what, this isn't too bad. I actually quite like this. The whole thing at the start with the dinosaur, I don't know why there was a dinosaur. Who knows? They just wanted a dinosaur, I guess. But whatever. I suppose we can deal with that. And then after that, we get the Clockwork Man thing. Nice little throwback to Girl in the Fireplace, which is very nice. And yeah, I think altogether it was alright. The villain wasn't quite as menacing and crazy as some episodes. However, for a series opener, I don't think the villain has to be that menacing. It's more about getting used to the Doctor and the companion and stuff. So yeah, I think Deep Breath was a pretty good start for Peter Capaldi. Number 3, Rose. Yes, it is the first ever episode of New Doctor Who, the Series 1 opener, Rose. Obviously, we introduce Rose in this story, and we also really have to introduce the Doctor again, specifically Christopher Eccleston's 9th Doctor. The Doctor hasn't been on TV screens really for about 16 years, I think it is. About 9 years if you count the TV movie, but yeah, it's been a long time since Doctor Who's been on TV, so we have to bring it all back. We have to tell people who the Doctor is, what he's like, what he's done and all stuff like that, what he does, and then we have to introduce Rose Tyler as well, the new companion, and then there's all her family in there as well. I think it's a very good start for that. The Autons are also here. It's nice to see them back. We haven't really seen them since the 3rd Doctor, I don't think they've appeared since then, but yeah, really good story. Number 2, the 11th Hour. Yes, it is Matt Smith's first episode for Series 5, The 11th Hour. It was very tough deciding between number 2 and number 1. You'll probably already know what number 1 is now if you know all the series openers. But The 11th Hour, in my eyes, was very good. On first rewatch, I didn't really like it. I think I was trying to get over David Tennant's departure, and it was too hard for me. I couldn't bear it. So I didn't like Matt Smith at first. I didn't like this episode at first. However, it grew on me. Sorry, I don't know what type of language that was. And yeah, now that I rewatch it, it's really good. And I mean, it is my favourite Matt Smith story. I think it introduces his Doctor really well. It introduces Amy Pond really well. We also get Rory Williams in there too. So yeah, altogether, 11th Hour is a great story. Number 1, Smith and Jones. Yes, the Series 3 opener. I have a really soft spot for this episode. It just missed out on my top 10 10th Doctor stories. And I just really love this story. It probably would have been 11th or 12th on that list. I think the dynamic between the Doctor and Martha Jones is just amazing in this. I love the Jadoon. I like how they're kind of the enemy, but not really, because you also have Miss Finnegan, the Plasmavore, in there as well. She is the main villain, but it kind of makes you feel like the Jadoon are also the villain as well. I just really love that. I think it was done beautifully well. The hospital going to the moon is a very interesting concept, with the rain going up. That's really cool. I just absolutely love the Doctor in this. I love Martha in this, and I think it's just a really strong story. Alright, so that is it for my rankings of all these series openers. What are your opinions in the comments down below? What are your favourite series openers from New Doctor Who? I mean, what are some of your favourite series openers from Classic Doctor Who? I personally don't really know much Classic Who. I'm trying to get into it more now, but I don't know it that much. I definitely don't know, I don't know how the series is split up, definitely. It's not quite as easy to follow, I suppose, as New Who in that regard, but yeah, anything you want to say about Doctor Who in general, really, put it down in the comments below. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe. and I will see you guys in the next video.